Today I'm just gonna give you an update on what's going on with me, the channel, what I'm doing, what I'm playing, and so forth. Kind of like a vlog, which is likely what will be in the title of this video. Hi, I'm Telkiney, the Nerd Navigator, and today I just want to talk with you. Let's discuss, chit-chat. What have you been up to? So I'll tell you what I have been. So lately, I've been playing some Everquest. I did a video recently about the state of the game of Everquest, and that was because I started playing it again. You may have joined my channel because, I've made other videos in the past from other MMOs like Elder Scrolls Online or World of Warcraft, but I really do change different MMOs depending on where I'm sitting in that particular month or week or whatever. I've tried a lot over the years. They all have their different systems, different flavors, different graphics, different, whatever. And I enjoy them all usually for some aspect of them, but I switch around a lot. So I hope you stick with me as I try different MMOs, and maybe you'll get a perspective that you weren't aware of before, or see a video game you've never tried out before or never really looked into, and maybe it'll pique your interest. So with that said, EverQuest did have its 18th anniversary this past March 16th, and with it they introduced, or didn't introduce, but gave away free heroic characters, which is essentially just being able to level your character level 85 right away. You get a bunch of AAs, and a lot of the progression that you would have had to do leveling up that character is already done for you. So it's really convenient for those returning to the game, say they haven't played for years, or you just want to try a different character. Anyway, it's a really quick way to get to 85. Now, it's not that great if you already play the game for a long time, you're well into it at the moment, because it actually isn't that hard to get to 85 these days, especially if you have the resources and the appropriate characters that can help another tune get to 85. It literally would only take me 4 hours if I was really trying, but you don't have to, and it helps get some friends in. Maybe they don't want to stick around to do that 4 hours of intense grinding and power leveling. So I have a few friends that re-upped, started playing again. I'm hoping a few more start joining. These are, friends of mine that played in high school together and so forth, that we grew up together playing EverQuest to the most extent. Some of us played Ultima Online together, but really it was EverQuest that kind of binded us for years throughout high school. So a bunch of friends to join. One of them started a Necro that was heroic, and we've gotten him to 105 now. So he's got 105 with the auto grinding system that they have introduced a while back. Now he's got a bunch of A's, so he's having fun. We're taking on some current content now, trying to gear them up with the group gear that's available in Empires of Kunark. That's where we're at in EverQuest. We're having a good time. Now, jumping over, we are playing some Overwatch too. We don't just play EverQuest every night. So I've been playing a lot of Overwatch as well. Orisa just came out. She's a really fun character and pairs really well with Bastion, whom I like to play a whole lot. Maybe too much more than some people would want somebody playing Bastion, I guess, but I have a high win rate with them, even on attack maps, so I think people are stuck in old meta. They don't evaluate where a hero or champion has come. With the recon mode upgrades that he received, the buff, although it was re-nerfed, but it's still more than it was a month ago, right? To his survivability in tank mode and in turret mode. Those are enhancements that he needed, and now he's pretty competitive. It only takes a second to get into turret mode now. It's a lot quicker, a lot snappier. And then you combine Orisa, who I swear that bubble is made for Bastion. Just how it forms, I just tuck on in there, and I'm like happier than a pig in mud. So anyway, I've had some great matches teamed up with some good Orisas, and then I've had some not great matches, Orisas that aren't really using their shield as a tank, but as a personal defense. It's kind of hard. They're free to do it how they want. I play in quick play anyway. It's not competitive or anything like that, but it does make me think, like, I mean, man, do you want to win or do you just want a whole bunch of kills? So anyway, I had some really good team matches in quick play, the kind where we even all grouped up after a match because we worked so well together. And that footage was corrupt. Thanks, OBS. I don't know why sometimes you want to stop recording or get stuck on stopping recording, but thank you so, so much for not wanting to be able to film in the format that I want you to. I've now switched to FLV or something format from MP4. We'll see how that works. It's once in a blue moon, but sometimes it's at the most inconvenient times. So the other recordings I have are of terrible matches. You record what you're playing, and so yeah, there's that. I'm really hoping more friends of mine actually start playing Overwatch too. I've been consistently playing with my friend Congo, who is a real life friend. Another of our friends, Nefarious, is starting to play. He's just starting out and learning the ropes and whatnot. We've only played one night together so far, but I hope he enjoys it too, and I hope we have a lot of fun together. My dream is that a few more of our friends start playing. I don't think a lot of my friends, as popular as Overwatch has been, a lot of my first person shooter friends haven't even tried it, which is crazy because some of them love Team Fortress 2. So I don't understand why they haven't tried it. I almost want to buy them copies at this point, and I think I might even do that for a few of them. But they're still playing like the Division, and great for them. Like, if they love the game and so forth. I played Division for like a month, and then I was bored. I just it's like playing Diablo for more than a month. Once you get your character maxed out, kind of, you're just grinding for that little bit better gear. Like, and it just doesn't do it for me at that point. And that's where I like MMOs. I move on to the next one. Like, as soon as I'm not having that awe feeling anymore, I move on, because what's the point? But if they're still having that, if you've been playing a game straight for years and you still have that, I love this game. Good for you, man. I wish that I had a game like that. Even Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, right now. I love this game, man. Let me tell you, it is such a good game. There's reviews. I'm not going to give you that. Like, I'm just telling you, yeah, it is wonderful. There's layers on layers on layers of mechanics that they added to that game. It's a whole different dynamic world than you found in like Ocarina of Time, Skywind, or even like Wind Waker or whatnot. And it's amazing. My biggest gripe with it is, call me lazy or whatever, is the weapon hole breaking system. I feel like they break a little too quickly, just like a smidge too quickly. I wish they maybe lasted twice as long for all the weapon types. I'm like, when you have never used a weapon and it's like a really great one, it's like Royal Guard sword or whatever, or Royal Guard's Hyrulean Royal Guard sword, and you use it on one giant eyeball Colossus dude, and it breaks on that one fight. I mean, really? Give me a break. So, my problem at the moment is that I've progressed so far, right? In collecting things, I've been collecting things. I haven't tried. I've done one beast, and I even thought that was a mistake. I was like, I want to kind of just do it to do it, but it was the one that grants your life back when you die, because I kind of just wanted that, like free fairy every so often. But I don't want to do the other ones until like I have like a maxed out character into my mind, which means I have 4 stars on all my armor, and I have a bunch of stamina and a bunch of hearts, but I'm only about 50 shrines in. There's still 80 to go or something like that. I think there's supposed to be like 120. I don't have all the seeds. That's a ton of work. Here's the problem. I'm getting to it. Is I don't like this whole weapon breaking system, and I feel like I'm holding out because I learned that there's an emulator being developed. Usually with emulators, there are cheats or systems around them, in that I would hope that there's a way to prevent durability loss. It as to such a degree that I don't want to play any more Legend of Zelda, because I don't want to get all the way to the end and beat it, and then I'll just never play it again. I kind of want to play it with no durability loss, and because of that, I kind of have stopped trying to play it on my Switch, and it's a twofold problem, because I want to play it, right? I do want to play it still. I want to play Zelda, but I want to play a better experience. And to me, the better experience would be no durability loss. I really wish it was an option. Like, I'm sorry, that's how I want to play Zelda. Because I don't want my cool weapons to break. Call me a pansy, whatever. I'm sure in the comments you'll scathe me in my desire, but that's how I want to play. If you don't want that, if you love that system, whatever, that's cool, man. Play how you want to play, but don't stop me from how I want to play. A simple option would be great. That's all. Anyway, after that, been watching the Iron Fist on Netflix for you Marvel fans. I don't know if you can tell by, I'm sure there's books in the background. You can't, but this stream of colors right here is, and then over here is all Marvel trade paperbacks. I like Marvel comics, and the Iron Fist, it's not a terrible show, right? If you look on Metacritic or all these critical scores, the critics are destroying it. I feel that's a little unfair. I feel like while it is the worst of the Defender series, it's not the worst show on even Netflix, let alone any other platform that has terrible shows. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I feel, is worse than the Iron Fist, right? I love the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., don't get me wrong. I'm really looking forward to an Inhuman show tie-in to that that's supposed to be coming, because I want to see me some Black Bolt. Man, if I cannot wait for Black Bolt to be on film somewhere. But that being said, I do have problems with Iron Fist, and here's why I don't think it's the strongest. The character of Danny Rand, right? He is a little whiny. He suffers from the same problem the Star Wars prequels did, 2 and 3, with Hayden Christensen. I don't think that it's particularly the only fault of the actor. I think it's the direction they're being given, the script, the dialogue, but he comes off kind of whiny until kind of there near the end here that we're at. But the very beginning, man, he is whiny. And yeah, terrible things have happened and so forth, but he's an adult, not only an adult, but has lived in this Zen-like community of monks and so forth, and he comes off like he doesn't understand how corporations or anything works. But I have to tell you, if he was even 9 years old, being brought up in a CEO's house, a founder of some huge billionaire company, he has to pick up on certain things. Like, I don't believe that these kids are sheltered from it at an early age. And the way he acts is crazy. Like, does he want to help his company? No, he doesn't. I don't understand why he had this desire to get back his company when he has it and then he just shits all over it. There's no way his father would have been like that. If they had gotten to a world where there's just no way. And the way he goes about it is just, it's crazy, dude. It is crazy. And the other thing is, it's not realistic. If he's got 51% share, he is a 51% stockholder. He controls that company. There is no board at that point. He owns that company. He has the deciding vote, and he should be able to pick his own board members, for his stake in the company. he would have his own board. The way that it's portrayed is not how I understand any legal like stakeholder thing to ever work. So it's interesting to me that he only has one vote on the board. Granted, his vote apparently carries. Like they're like, "Oh, are you swinging your 51%? Like whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then they somehow kick him out. The only way they would be able to do that is if they buy out his stock. Like they literally would have to buy him out, or else he still has controlling shares of the company. It doesn't work like, oh, this 49% just doesn't want to agree, and like that is the point. If you ever watch like Shark Tank, they talk about like they don't go 50-50. You never go 50-50 because you'll eventually be in a deadlock, and there is no you always maintain 51% and somebody else has 49%, even if you're partners, because there is going to have to be a deciding. Somebody decides, or else they're irreconcilable. You know what I mean? Like, and then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what direction you want to go or whatever, because you can't, because somebody's voting against you and it's 1-on-1. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't know. I'm not I'm not rich, but I think I have a general grasp on all that stuff. That it just doesn't make sense to me, and when something doesn't make sense to me, it takes me out of it. So that rant or ramble is my problem with the show. That and that he's this whiny kind of person at the beginning. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but he's a little whiny for his age. And but he was like raised to be this destroyer of the hand like weapon, but he's whiny. Like it just it's two really opposing personalities, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. They're saying one thing and it's acting another way, and just doesn't mesh well. That being said, when they start getting to the actual action and so forth, the show picks up. It's great, but it's a real investment to get to that point, and it's you're asking for a lot from your audience. But hey, I mean, I think people are still going to watch it, I hope, and give it its due. It could have used maybe more tie-ins, like Daredevil coming in or something, fighting the hand along with him. Maybe it'll get to that point. I'm on episode 12, and so I haven't seen everything yet, but I've seen obviously the majority of the show, and the first part definitely left an impression. And that is, I think, what critics aren't watching the entire show. They're just going off the first few episodes, and they are the worst. There's a big buildup, and it doesn't help that show for that reason. But like I said, it's still better than 90% of cable television right now. So I don't understand what the problem is. It was the Punisher, what was Daredevil, was Luke Cage, was Jessica Jones better? Yes. Maybe Jessica Jones not tons better, but still better. I think the other thing is that he becomes depowered or something, and that kind of sucks, because Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, even Matt Murdock, Daredevil, they don't lose their powers. Matt can get hurt, but he's still got his thing. But the Iron Fist, if you lose the Iron Fist, you're just a guy really good at martial arts. So that's it for me this week. Let me know what you've been getting into, what shows you've been watching, what games you've been playing that maybe I should check out. Do you play Overwatch? Would you like to be my friend and play quick play with me all day? If you do, get ready for some Bastion, because I love me Bastion. But anyway, that's all I have, and I hope you have a great day. Stay classy, you nerds. You stay classy now. All right? Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Call to action. Bye.